Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting to you live inside DPAT's laboratory at Barangay Ananas in the city of Ordenera, the province of Pangasinan, the Republic of the Philippines. This is your host slash marshal slash racer slash producer slash director, all in one package at once, Don Patrick Dipa Aguilar here from DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar YouTube channel, streaming live our live Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action as we move towards halfway through the month of October 2025 here on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Yes! Hello mga kalipat and good afternoon to all who are watching this live stream right now on YouTube channel DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar, and for those who will be watching anytime, Don Patrick DPAT Aguilar here once again bringing you all the Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action coming at you in a few moments as we start halfway as we are in the middle of October 2025. October 15, payday run and gun Wednesday, this October 15, 2025. Yan, yun, happy sweldo. Tapos kinabukasan, wala na naman sweldo ulit. Rag, sabay na, sabay nang laglag di oras eh, no? Ganong kalupit. Well, kidding aside, once again, welcome to DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2, this October 15, 2025, and we are on our fifth we are in our race day number 5 of the scheduled 9 race day months of October 2025. And before we proceed with our live streaming of what is expected to be another set of exciting Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action coming at you in our season 2 of Stock Motor Conference. And before we proceed with that, let's do a quick recap of the previous Manic Monday edition of DTL SMC Season 2 last October 13, 2025. And in our previous edition, we got Ferreira, T-Mac Avatari, Cosmo Atomica, Stargek, Zeta, and Papa Roach went at it in the 21 races of the single round robin in our initial run. And after those 21 races in the single round robin, we got Avatari finished on top with a trio of wins and draws, a total of 9 points without any red mark. Yan, wala ring first course out. Yung tatlong draw na yon, nahuli si Avatar palibasa kasi takbuwang lasing. But ayun na nga po, si Avatari ang nanguna doon with 9 points total. Ako a trio of wins and draws. And followed by Papa Roach's 1 win, 1 loss, 4 draw output, a total of 6. Then ang pumangatlo, Cosmo Atomica, all draws. Ay, hindi. Tama. Cosmo Atomica, all draws. Tapos yung si T-Mac Avatari, ang huling nakapasok, yung last na nakapasok doon sa Final 4 natin. Yun yung number 1, Avatari, Papa Roach, Cosmo Atomica, and T-Mac Avatari went to the final 4 round. And in the knockout stage of that previous Manic Monday edition, we got the Twin Aero Avantes went at it in the semi-final match. And on the other semi-final match, it was the race between the Orange Agents, o yung mga Agent Orange ang naglaban sa ating Agent Orange rivalry between Papa Roach and Cosmo Atomica in our other semi-final duel. At ang mga nanalo doon, sina Papa Roach at Avatari. So yung traditional top 2 finisher sa elimination round, sila rin na naglaban sa championship race. Race for third went to T-Mac Avatari and Cosmo Atomica. At nauwi sa last car standing ang yung semi-final number 1, which was Cosmo Atomica versus Papa Roach, nauwi sa last car standing. Ganon din ang T-Mac Avatari versus Cosmo Atomica race for the bronze, nauwi rin sa last car standing. Tapos ang championship race naman, parehong pinanalo yon ni Papa Roach, semis 2, at saka yung championship race parehong pinanalo ni Papa Roach in 6 laps. Ayun, umembang yung mga kalaban. So after all of those races, it turned out to be Papa Roach regaining the championship And Papa Roach will be the defending champion coming into today's Run and Gun Wednesday action later on. And yun nga, yung mga champion, yung mga podium finishers noong October 13, 2025 were as follows. Papa Roach as champion, Avatari as second placer or silver honor, bronze honor went to T-Mac Avatari. Alright, yun yung top 3 po, yun yung mga podium finisher natin, yung mga nag-podium nung nakaraang October 13, 2025, which was actually nitong Monday lang. Yan. As we update the aggregate scoring, T-Mac Avatari and Papa Roach tied at first place, or tied on top of the car standings when it comes to aggregate scoring with identical 6 points output. 6 points apiece sila, followed by Zeta, Avatari, and Pereira na nagtabla sa 4 points. Tabla sila ngayon sa third yung sina Avatari, Zeta, at Pereira. But unfortunately, Zeta won't be available today. Papalitan muna siya pansamantala ni Yoni Cosmos. Yun din. Yun yung mga ibang napasok. Ang pinalitan lang ngayon si Zeta. Ngayon, kung sino yung mangulilat mamaya, papalitan ni Zeta on next Monday, October 20. Okay. So, yun yung mga ano natin. So, yun yung ating update. So, it's a tough competition so far between Team Avatari and Papa Roach. So, let's see how it goes here as we move halfway through October 2025 here on DCL SMC. So, without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race day number 1. Race number 1 of our race day number 5 of 9 this October 2025 here on DCL SMC. Once again, Don Patrick D. Paraguilar here at the call. So, as I remind everyone, so please like, follow, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar. That's on YouTube. And DPAT's Tamiya League on Facebook, at DPAT Tamiya League on TikTok, and as well my 2 other Facebook pages, DPAT Aguilar and An Evening with DPAT Aguilar every Friday. Alright, so without further ado, let's proceed right away with our race number 1 of the 21 races in the single round robin. It's Run and Gun Wednesday action featuring first Cosmo Atomica taking on Stargek. Alright, so in our race number 1, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica at lane 1 and Stargek at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes. Once again, that's Cosmo Atomica rather starting at lane 1 and Stargek starting at lane 2 to kick off our Run and Gun Wednesday festivities here in our Season 2 of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, mga ka-DPAT, mga ka-DTL at mga ka-Tamiya, let's get ready to rumble here in our Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our race number 1 for today. Ready, set, bye. Okay. Okay. Ganun pa rin. Same old story. Same old story. Same old story pa rin. Tara, game. Draw agad yung race 1 natin. Stargate, first course out. Stargate, first CO. Race number 2. Agad-agad. Okay, let's go. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Race number 2, we now have T-Mac Avatari going up against Pereira in our race number 2. And ito yung mga naglaban sa finals nitong October 6. October 6, 2025 championship race matchup. T-Mac Avatari versus Pereira. Game 3 pala nung October 8. Yung matchup natin nitong October 8, 2025. Ito yung mga championship race, ito yung mga finalists itong maglaban sa ating race number 2, T-Mac Avatari and Pereira. And in this matchup, in our race number 2, we got Pereira starting at the blue lane or lane 1, and T-Mac Avatari will be starting at lane 2 or the red lane. So that's contrast to their respective colors. Again, Pereira starting at lane 1 or the blue lane, and T-Mac Avatari will be starting at lane 2 or the red lane in this race number 2. Ready, set, bye. Okay. Eto. Shoot sa banga. Shoot sa banga. Boing, boing, boing. Shoot sa banga. Shoot sa cabinet, chokoink! Chokoink! Pagtalandan, natamaan pa si Timak Abatari, tapos sumut pa doon. Talagang nabura sa camera. Aray ko! Aray ko po! Upon that accident, with that accident occurred in that race number 2, declaring Timak Abatari as victorious over Pereira. Timak Abatari won over Pereira by a hit. Talagang may slight nudge na nangyari. Nung tumalon kasi, ano pa lang si, ano kasi nun, second lap na yata nangyari. Tama. No second lap na nangyari yan eh. Tapos sa lane 2, papunta na lane 1, boom! Nabangga. So that is a hit. Pereira lost against Timak Abatari. Hit. Hit, hit, hit. Hit na tamaan. Race number 3. Race number 3, right away, we got here Era Abante Avatari taking on the Cosmosonic Uni Cosmos. Ayan. Ayan. Avatari versus Uni Cosmos in race number 3. Itong race number 3 natin, 2 sa 3 kong mga backstop entries sa mga official Tamiya Forward Road Racing Tournaments na sinasalihan ng inyo pong lingkod. Yan, the other being Timak Avatari, which we saw earlier. And in this race number 3 this time, Avatari taking on Unicosmos, wherein Avatari will start at lane 1 and Unicosmos will be starting at lane 2, so that's identical with their respective colors. Avatari at the blue lane or lane 1, and Unicosmos rather at the red lane or lane 2, being their respective starting lanes in this race number 3. Ready, set, fight! Patay! Wala, yari. Yari kayo kay Avatari ngayon. Ayun lang, bro. Okay, sumabit. Ang ganda sana eh. Sumabit lang eh. Dapat sumubsob na papunta dun sa kanan eh. Ay, papunta dun sa... Doon na sana siya lulusot eh, no? Sayang. Broken. Nagpalit na nga ang lahat eh. Same old story pa rin. Ano kaya yun? Kaya yun? Shoutout sa nanonood. Maraming salamat. Welcome to DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Live coverage here on DPAT TV. Don Patrick Aguila on YouTube. Thanks so much. Alright. So it's a draw with Unicosmos coursing out first. Embang. First embang kay Unicosmos. Si Avatari, umaano pa eh. Sayang yun. Alright, race number 4. We proceed right away with our race number 4. As Papa Roach. Oops, wait a minute. Sandali, officials time out pala. Biglang may sumabit na film. Naray daki! Naray daki! Naray daki! Rider kick, tugong, tugong. Ayan. Nagkamali lang ng nung tawag dito, bigla sumabit yung... Alright, race number 4. We got here Papa Roach taking on Stargeek. Alright. In our race number 4, we got Papa Roach taking on Stargeek. A battle of, it's a race between the limited edition car kits. Yan, yung clear orange special / Reaper kalaban ang Merlion edition sa ating race number 4. And in this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 2 and Stargeek will start at lane 1. Again, Stargeek starting at lane 1, Papa Roach starting at lane 2 in this race number 4. Ready, set, bye. Patay. Good. Final lane changer, let's see. Lock on. Tulumi. Wait a minute. Natulumi. Tulumi. Tulumi. natin. Natulumi. May nasigawan na naman ng tulumi. Ayun, biglang wrong way. Drug. Inig. Mangyari na kagad yung ating race for third rematches. Yung race for third rematch in our race number 5 and the championship race. Previous championship race rematch from the previous championship race sa ating race number 7. And just a little bit. Alright. Paparos. Last course out yan. Stargate. Stargate first course out. Ang bilis eh. Ang bilis masyado ni Stargate. Biglang embang tuloy. Kako. Chogo. Sarap. Race number 5. Rematch from the previous bronze medal race. We got here Team Avatari going up against Cosmo Atomica. And in this race number 5, it's going to be Team Avatari starting at lane 1, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2, so that's identical with their respective colors. Team Avatari at the blue lane, and Cosmo Atomica at the red lane. That's lane 1 and lane 2 respectively as they're starting lanes in this race. Number 5. Ready, set, fight! Ayun! Ayan nga, magandang laban. Oy, abulan talaga. Ayun lang. First course up, final lane changer. Okay din. Lagyan, ganda sana. Ang ganda sana. Ang ganda sana na mga kadipat. Grabe. Ang ganda sana lang. Game. Cosmo, last course out. First course out siya, Team Up. So dito siya, race number 8. Yum. Okay. Draw game. Cosmo, Team Up. Draw. Team Up, last first course out. Team Up. Next. Race number 6. Ito, isa pang magandang laban din. Mukhang panay draw mangyayari dito Race number 6, we got here Pereira taking on Unicosmos. Alright, so in our race number 6, it's going to be a Bracken Giga taking on a Cosmos Sonic here. In our race number 6, where Pereira will start at lane 2, Unicosmos starting at lane 1. Again, Unicosmos starting at lane 1, Pereira starting at lane 2 in this race number 6. Ready, set, fight. Good. Patay! Loko. Kami dun Good. Final lane changer. Or table. Final lap. KO. Winner. Nakaisa rin. Nakaisa rin. Alright. Ferreira, winner. Alright. Winner, Ferreira. Ferreira, Cosmo Atomica, next. Unicosmos, talo. Okay, next, race 7. Alright, it's now time for our rematch from the previous championship race in our race number 7 as Papa Roach will take on Avatari. Alright, yung mga naglaban sa championship race, sila ang mga kalaban sa ating race number 7. And basta number 7, laging magandang laban, speaking of 7, yan, shout out to my ultimate crush and my ultimate love of my life, Myrtle Sarosa, who is in Thailand. She is in Thailand right now for a 2-day event beginning tomorrow and on Friday. So, yan, have a safe time and of course, stay safe out there and of course, come back safe in the Philippines. Of course, hopefully magkasama tayo ulit soon. I love you so much. Momo at Chuk. Okay. Alright, in our race number 7, we have Papa Roach taking on Avatari, wherein Papa Roach will start at lane 1, Avatari at lane 2. So that's a contrast to their respective colors. It's going to be Papa Roach at the blue lane or lane 1, and Avatari starting at the red lane or lane 2. In this rematch from the previous championship race. In this race number 7. Ready, set, fight! Boom! Oh, good yan. Ay, sabit! First force out pa. Oh, draw game. First force out pa siya, Avatari, sayang. Draw game. First force out, Avatari, sumabit eh. Yun lang eh. Yun lang yung nagiging problema niya eh. Ano ba yun? Oh, tapos na. Taas na si Avatari kay ano, yung unan niya, si Unicosmos eh. Malas! First course out, Avatari. Draw. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. Sakto. Race number 8. Race number 8. We got here Team Avatari taking on Stargeek. So it's a race between the limited edition car kits once again as team as Aero Avante Team Asia Challenge 2024 special picks on the Merlion edition in our race number 8. And in this matchup, Team Avatari will start at lane 2. And it's an alternate starting lane. Pabasta stock motor conference po mga kadipat. Ano yan? Kung open box up, alternate starting lane. Alright. In this matchup, Team Avatari starting at lane 2 or the red lane, and Stargeek will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1. So that's again contrast to their respective colors. Lane 1 for blue lane for Stargeek and red lane for Team Avatari. That's lane 1 and lane 2 respectively as their starting lanes in this race number 8. Ready, set, fight. Ah, bisa nga. Good. Loko! Sayang ang tingnan. Ay, sayang! Okay. Oh, what a wasted opportunity. Man, that was a wasted opportunity right there. Team Avatari so close of winning the race. Man, that was close. That was close. Draw game. Sabi ko na, nakadukin eh. Eh, ang bilis eh. Obvious na makahadukin yan eh. Toink! Chagoink! Draw game. Stargeek, 3 points. T-Mac, 4 points. T-Mac Avatari, 4 points. Alright, inom. Sarap. Sarap na iniinom ko soft drink eh. Pag hapon lang naman, hindi naman kailangan ano. Pwedeng araw-araw pero wag lang ano. Wag lang yung gagawing tubig. Pwede naman yun eh, pero wag lang gagawing tubig. Race number 9. Race number 9 here, we now have Cosmo Atomica taking on Ferreira. Again, another rivalry of Sonic and Rockin' Gigant in our race number 9. And in this matchup, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1, Ferreira at lane 2. So that's identical with its color, which is red lane. Again, Ferreira starting at the red lane or lane 2. And Cosmo Atomica will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1 in our race number 9. Ready, set, 5. Good. That's good. Adukin. Sorry. Hindi na nakabalik. Yun ang mahirap pag nag-side saw tapos hindi na nakabalik. Ganon kabigat yung Bracken G. Doon siya nadadali. Throw game. First course out, Cosmo. Cosmo Stargeek done. Pereira. Pereira na sa dyan. Ano na yan? Winner. Cosmo or South First. Red Sea, ano? Cosmo. Next. Race 10. Hindi, ano na yan? Loser. Loser nang hahanapin dito ni ano. Ay, hindi. Si Unicosmos na ang ano, next na kalaban ni ano. Paparot kasi tapos na yata eh. Ay, hindi pa. Ay, hindi pa pala. Hindi pa. Loser, hahanapin dito ni ano. Cosmo Atomica mamaya. For race 13. Alright, race number 10. Race number 10, we got here Papa Roach versus Unicosmos. Alright. In our number 10, Papa Roach taking on Unicosmos. And in this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 2, Unicosmos starting at lane 1. Again, Unicosmos at lane 1 and Papa Roach at lane 2 as their respective starting lanes in this race number 10. Ready, set, fight. Boom! Martillo. Draw game. Unicosmos per CO. Loser. Winner yung kanina eh. Loser ngayon. First score sa Unicosmos. Chokoy. Tas Joe. Panay draw. Panay draw, ilan lang yung nagpanalo? Dalawa lang. Ferreira at si Tima Avatari pa lang. So far, may may tigisang panalo. Let's see if Tima Avatari can add to one more, at least. Alright, race number 11. Shows me. Nadigay. Thanks be to God. Busog na naman. Alright. Race number 11, we got here T-Mac Avatari taking on Avatari. Alright. So, our race number 11, it's a race between the twin Aero Avante. So, Avatari versus T-Mac Avatari rather, yung labanan. Dun sa race number 11 natin. It's Avatari with the higher seed going up against T-Mac Avatari. And in this matchup, Avatari will start at lane 2, T-Mac Avatari sa lane 1 there. Lane 1 ngayon si ano, lane 1 pala ngayon si Avatari pala. Then T-Mac Avatari will start at lane 2. Alright, odd number kasi. Again, T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 2, Avatari starting at lane 1 in this race number 11. Ready, set, fight. Sa magandang laban to, parang natin. O yun, hanapin na agad dito. So kaya yun. Overslide pa. Kaya yun. Good. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Ay! Sabit pa eh. Login. Malas. Login. First score sa T-Mac Avatari. First lap pa lang sabit. Winner. Tapos na. Dita na. Ayun. Tapos na pala. Loser pala mauna. Loser ulit. Loser tapos loser na naman. Draw. Avatari, T-Mac Avatari, draw. With T-Mac Avatari coursing out first. Okay, red. Red mark kay T-Mac Avatari. Race number 12. Alright, race number 12. We got here Stargate taking on Ferreira. Alright. Stargate versus Ferreira for our race number 12. And in this matchup, Stargate will be starting at lane 2. Ferreira at lane 1. Again, Ferreira starting at lane 1. Stargate starting at lane 2 in this race. Number 12. Ready, set, fight. First course out, relax. Good. Final lane changer, let's see. Oh, that was smooth. Final lap. Ayun lang. Long game. Malas tumpa. Ang malas naman, doon pa nadali. Isa lang kasing receiver, biglang moing. Dawa, mababa lang yung talon talaga eh. Obvious naman yung talon talaga eh. Pukiyong. Tukwing. Talaga, tukwing. Draw game, first course out si Pereira. O, the last course out, si Stargate tatapat kaya Batari. Yon. O, tama. Batari yung tatapat kaya Stargate. Draw game. Pereira, Stargate ended in the draw. Tapos, ang first course out ay si Pereira. Surprisingly, Pereira hamak na mas mabagal. Tapos siya pa yung unang umimbang. Ano kaya yun? Hereg! So, ayan, O, dalawa na lang yung assignment niya ni Stargate. Si Avatari at si Unicosmos na lang ang remaining assignments niya. Si Ferreira naman, on the other end, yung top 2. Papa Roach Avatari. Alright, race 13. Let's proceed right away with our race number 13. Para makaligo ng inyong lingkod. Hindi pa ako naligo eh. Alright, talagang wala pang time maligo. Hindi na makakuha ng time. Alright, pero of course, pipilitin. Race number 13, it's the race between the twin Cosmosonics. It's going to be Cosmo Atomica taking on the Unicosmos. The old and the new Cosmosonic going at it in our race number 13. And for this matchup, Unicosmos will be starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica at lane 1. Again, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1 and Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race of the twin Cosmosonics in our race number 13. Ready, set, bye. Boom! Ayan na. Paragabong! Uy! Final one changer. Paragabong! Login. Tapos ang magdong tornado. Yun na lumapit na sa katotohanan sayang. Lumapit na sa katotohanan mga kadipat Biglang yung pagtalon, biglang magdong tornado sa kabila. Yung magdong, ito. Yung dito sa lane 2, di ba? Pag magdong tornado, pupunta doon sa lane changer, doon na, doon nang bagsak. Sa inner lane. O, they counted. Counted sana yun. Malas, kinapos. Draw game. Loser. Ay, tapos na. Ay, dito na. Cosmo Ferreira, done. Unicosmos Pereira, done na rin. Pareho na yung nakalaban yung dalawa. So, ano yan? Pahinga. Sino ba ang first course out? Cosmo Atomica. Si Cosmo Atomica, first course out. Si Unicosmos, ang natitirang assignment na lang niya, yung kambal na Yan, tama. Si Timak Avatari, si Avatar. Tapos yung si naman, Cosmo Atomica, remaining assignments niya will be top 2. Papa Roach Avatari. Draw. First score, South Cosmo Atomica. Unicosmo, sayang, nabitin yung Magnum Tornado Malas. Sonic Tornado na sana Ano ba naman yan? Di ba ako pinagbigyan Magnum Tornado Sonic Tornado pala. Sonic kasi. Dapat pala Magnum yun Dirig! Race number 14 tayo kagad. Alright. Race number 14, we now have Papa Roach taking on Timak Avatari. Again, another race between the limited edition car kits for our race number 14. And in this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 2. Timak Avatari starting at lane 1. So that's identical with their respective colors. It's going to be the blue lane for Timak Avatari. And Papa Roach will be starting at the red lane. So that's lane 1 and lane 2 respectively as their starting lanes in this race. Number 14. Ready, set, bye. Ay! Ready? Good. Final engager. Ay, malas pa. Okay. Napitin yung mat ng tornado. Aray po. Kasi itong siyo. Itong siyo. Itong siyo. Last course out, paparots. Sino ba first course out kay Cosmo? Ayun. Paparots, tapos na. Ay, hindi. Tapos na pala siya doon. Yung si Tima Kabatari, hindi pa. Yun, tama. Team Makabatari Stargate ang mga last assignments ni Cosmo Atomica. Yung si ICU ni Cosmo, si Cosmo Atomica naman, Papa Roach Abatari. Ayun, tama ito. Tama ito. At si Pereira tambay. Di ko sino yung itapat na lang doon kaya mamaya. Draw kay Papa Roach at kay Papa Roach. Tsaka si Timac. Go. Isa na lang kay T-Mac, si Unicosmos ang last assignment niya. So si T-Mac Avataring unang matatapos pala rito, no? T-Mac Avatari, first course out. Ulit. Tatlo na yung first course out niya, no? Sunod na natin si last assignment niya si Unicosmos eh. Si Ferreira, ang last assignment niya si Sige. Pwede rin, basta maback-to-back lang natin. Walang problema. Okay, game. Inom muna tayo pala. Last 6 na lang pala, no? 15. 15, hindi. Race 15 pa pala. Tama. Race 15. Sino na lang yung last assignment ni Ferreira? Papa Roach Abatari. Pares din na ni Cosmo Atomica. Alright. Race number 15. Okay. Race number 15, we now have Avatari taking on Stargate. Alright. Avatari versus Stargate in our race number 15. And in this matchup, Avatari will be starting at lane 1. Stargate at lane 2. So that's identical with their colors. Identical with their respective colors. It's going to be the red lane or lane 2 for Stargate, and Avatar is starting at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race number 15. Ready, set, bye. Loco. Wait, come back. Good. Still good. Approve. Maungi. Okay. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Let's see. Good. Winner. Sa wakas, naputol yung suntak. The draw curse has been broken at last. Nawasak din yung curse ng draw. Napanay draw. May nakapanalo rin. Avatari winner over Stargate. Alright? Dito na yan. Tapos si, Pereira tatapat na kay, Avatari. Yon. Avatari winner. Talo si Stargate. Pulang marka. Grade na pula. Paano? Nabiktima ng manok na pula, kaya may grade na pula. Yun eh. Gano'n lang kasimpleng banat doon. Alright, we're down to our last 6 races, 16 to 21. 6 na lang. Okay, race 16, diretso. Habang ginaganaan pa tayo. Race number 16. Agent Oranges colliding. When orange agents collide, it's going to be expected to be another epic matchup in our race number 16. Wherein Papa Roach will take on Cosmo Atomica. Alright, so in our race number 16, race between the orange agents in this matchup, it's going to be Papa Roach starting at lane 2, Cosmo Atomica lane 1. Again, Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 1. Papa Roach starting at lane 2 in this race. Number 16. Ready, set, bye. Good. First course out, Papa Roach. Okay. Draw. First CO, Papa Roach. Pero CO, Papa Roach. Yung remaining assignment na lang niya si Ferreira. Tama. 17, 18. Pupunta doon si ano. Si Cosmo, ang last last assignment niya will be against Avatari. Avatari last assignment ni Cosmo Atomica. Pala. Draw. Papa Roach, Cosmo, draw. First course out, First course out, Papa Roach. Yan. Nag-momentum bigla eh. Biglang nagka-momentum, pala na, nahirapan ng controlling ulit. Race number 17. Alright, it's now time for our race number 17. Team Mac Avatari facing Unicosmos. Again, yung mga winningest so far, ito yung mga it has won some races. Actually, medyo not so many races, mga 8 panalo lang. Si Team Mac Avatari kalaban si Unicosmos with our race number 17. That's the final assignment for Team Mac Avatari in its single round robin campaign, this running Wednesday edition. And for this matchup, Team Mac Avatari will be starting at lane 1. Unicosmos at lane 2, so that's identical with their respective colors. The red lane or lane 2 is Unicosmos, and Team Mac Avatari will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race. Number 17. Ready, set, bye. Good. Good. Okay. Winner! Winner! Hindi ko na nakuha. Hit! Hit. Hindi ko na nakuha. Panalo na yan. Winner, another hit victory. Another hit victory for Team Mac Avatari upon that accident brought out by Unicosmos upon coursing out. Nung nag-course out si Unicosmos, napunta sa kabilang lane, kaso papunta na papunta na kagad si Team Mac Avatari yun, nasa lubong. So that is a foul. Foul committed by Unicosmos. So it's going to be Team Mac Avatari closing out its campaign with a victory by a hit over Unicosmos. Unicosmos with 2 losses, hit. Hindi, pareho sila ni Ferreira pala na hit ang talo nila. Tapos si Team Mac Avatari. Pero yung dalawang panalo niya by hit. Hit. Dalawa. Para yung kay Team Mac Avatari involved. Then si Unicosmos, ang last assignment niya will be against Stargate. There you go. Alright. Tapos magpapalitan lang yan, dalawa. Unahin na natin to. Race number 18. Alright. May mga notifications ako. Hindi ko muna yan ihanap. Alright. Race number 18. Race number 18 will feature Avatari taking on Ferreira. Alright. In our race number 18, Ferreira takes on Avatari, and in this matchup, Avatari will be starting at lane 2. Ferreira at lane 1. So that's contrast to their respective, that's opposite their respective colors. Kanilang mga respective starting lanes. The red lane or lane 2 will be for Avatari. And Ferreira will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1 in this race number 18. Ready, set, bye. Good. Still good. Penultimate lap. Final lap. Oh, patay! Oh. Oh. Winner. Buti na lang, nasa loko, walang hit. Umembang pa, sinuwerte pa. Naswertehan pa. Last lap na nga lang, imbang pa. Aray ko. Avatari winner. Alright. Avatari. Tapos, Pereira, last. Yon, Pereira, Papa Rolls, Avatari, Cosmo Atomica, Unicosmos, Target. There you go. Okay, sakto. Eksakto. Eksakto. Avatari Wagi. Alright. Last three races. Race number 19. Right away, we got here Stargate taking on Unicosmos. Stargate versus Unicosmos in our race number 19. And for this matchup, Stargate will be starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2. Again, Stargate starting at lane 1, Unicosmos starting at lane 2 in this race number 19. Ready, set, bye. Alright. Login. Tasik. Tasik. Caraga badunggang girumbanggang ding 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 ding. Draw game. No winner. Sinang first score shot doon? Stargate. Stargate, di ba? Tama, Stargate. Draw game. Okay, penultimate race na tayo. Penultimate race of our elimination round for today's Run and Gun Wednesday action. We got here Avatari taking on Cosmo Atomica. Alright. In our race number, we got here an Aero Avante in Avatari taking on a Cosmosonic in Cosmo Atomica. And in this matchup, Cosmo Atomica will be starting at lane 1, Avatari at lane 2. Because Avatari has the higher seed among the two of them. So Avatari will be starting at the red lane or lane 2, and Cosmo Atomica will be starting at the blue lane or lane 1 that's opposite to their respective colors here. In our 20th and penultimate race of our elimination round, this Run and Gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, bye. Wala na ba tunggang dirumbanggang din? Good. Final lane changer. Sabi, Dogen, Agi. Dogen. Dogen. Sabit. Final lane changer na nga lang, sumabit pa. Ano kaya yun? Ano kaya yun? First course out, Cosmo. Okay, last race of our elimination round before going to our knockout stage races. Okay, final race of the elimination round will feature Papa Roach taking on Ferreira. So it's Slash Reaper versus Bracken Gigant. The rivalry between Giant and Ipis. Ipis versus Giant in our race number 21. And in this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 1. Ferreira starting at lane 2 again. So that's identical with its color. Ferreira starting at the red lane or lane 2. And Papa Roach will start at lane 1 or the blue lane. In our 21st and final race of the elimination round, this Run and Gun Wednesday edition. Ready, set, bye. Good. Good. Penultimate lap, papalos ahead. Yun lang. Final lap. Tapos ang try dagger. Kinapos ang try dagger. Kapos ang try dagger. Aray ko po. Draw game. Kinapos ang try dagger ni Papa Roach. Try dagger sana eh. Pwede sana mag-try dagger na ganun yun. Tapos ang bagsak niya dun sa may kaliwa. Oh. Pwede sana. Pwede sana po bumangga sa kaliwa, biglang babalik. Try dagger sana. Malas. Hindi nakapag-try dagger dun si Papa Roach. Pereira, first course. Ang ganda sanang laban yun. Kundi lang nagkaembangan eh. Ano ba yun? Alright, so with all of the 21 races in the single round robin done, so that wraps up our 21 races in our single round robin this Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DTL SMC Season 2. So when we get back in our live stream coverage, we got the final tally of all the 7 cars played here, and the top 4, the proclamation of the top 4 of the final 4 going to our knockout stage races, semifinals races, race for the bronze, and championship race, all these and more when DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 returns after a short break. Alright mga ka-Dipat, ladies and gentlemen, mga ka-DTL, mga ka-Tamiya, and all of our Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans across the globe. So I'm Patrick D. Paraguila here, proudly bringing you another live stream of DTL SMC. So, as you can see here, ano na tayo? Yung nasa, ano nang tawag dito? Nasa, what do you call this? Last resort o final resort pala, sorry, bago ko makalimutan. Okay, so at the end of the 21 races in our elimination round, we got here Avatari and Timac Avatari, actually the Twin Aero Avantes finished on top with identical 8 points apiece. At the same time, pareho ng bilang ng panalo at tabla, 2 wins and 4 draws. At the same time, draw sila against each other. But when it comes to breaking the tie, it turned out to be Avatari gaining the higher seed because Team Avatari was the first one to course out in their duel against Avatari. So, si Avatari, yung Aero Avante na OG, yon ang top seed. The second seed si Team Avatari. At the same time kasi, mas maraming first course out si Team Avatari kumpara kay Avatari. So, ang unang titingnan natin dito yung sa draw. Kung draw man sila, pareho sila ng number of wins. Usually number of wins ang tinitingnan natin. So in our tawag dito, dun sa ano natin, dun sa tawag na rito, yung tawag na rin, what do you call this? Yun sa ano kasi, ang unang tinitingnan natin yung number of wins. Kaya pag pareho ng number of wins, yung draw. At do sa win over the other, draw sila. Then number of wins ang susunod. Kung pareho din. Tapos sa draw naman, first course out. First course out. First course out na. Yun yung yung ultimate solution natin so that to be for us to be able to break the tie. So si Avatari ngayon ang number 1, si Team Avatari number 2. Because of the fact that Avatari was the last car standing among the two of them nung naglaban sila. Si Team Avatari kasing unang umimbang. So, yun yung lower seed. On the other end, ganun din naman kina Cosmo Atomic at Papa Roach. They finished 3 and 4 respectively with identical 6 points apiece. All draws yan. Lahat naman draw yung mga laro nila. And doon sa laban nila, si Papa Roach ang unang umimbang laban kay Cosmo Atomica. Kung kaya naman si Papa Roach nalagay sa number 4, si Cosmo Atomica ay nanatili sa number 3. Yan. So, Cosmo Atomica will get the 3rd seed and Papa Roach will get the 4th and final semi-final slot. So, yung iba, yung 5, 5, and 4, paalam na. Sina Stargek, Ferreira at Unicosmos, muling magpapaalam. So, si Zeta, papalit ulit kay Unicosmos come October 20, 2025. Sa darating na Lunes, October 20, ayun naman, si Zeta ang papalit kay Unicosmos. So, si Unicosmos finished last with only 4 points, 4 draws, 2 losses. Tapos, si Ferreira naman ang number 5, 1 win, 2 losses, 3 draws. Then, Stargate, 1 loss, 5 draws. Pareho mang 5 points, pero dahil may number of win naman si Ferreira, mayroong isang panalo. So, si Ferreira ngayon ang may tiebreaker kay Stargate. So, number 5 si Ferreira, number 6 si Stargate, then Unicosmos dead last at the end of the elimination round. Alright! So, ayun, nakasana natin ang ating final 4 matchups. Yan. It's going to be rematch from the previous race for the bronze and the championship race. So, mauuna yung race for, yung rematch ng championship race nung nakaraang Lunes. Yun ang mauna this time. Kasi lane 1 eh. Lane 1, lane 2, lane 1, lane 2 yung natin format. So, mauuna ngayon, 1 versus 4 matchup between respectively Avatari and Papa Roach. And semi-finals number 2 will be Team Avatari versus Cosmo Atomica. So, that's rematch from the previous bronze medal race. So, yan po yung mangyayari sa ating knockout stage. Let's start off with our semi-finals number 1. That's a rematch from the previous championship race last Monday. We got here Avatari. Okay, ibukas ko na yung ilaw pala. Sorry. Yam. Semifinals number 1 na po tayo kaagad. We got here Avatari top-seeded car going up against the 4th-seeded car, Papa Roach. And in this matchup between Avatari and Papa Roach, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 2, Papa Roach lane 1. Again, Papa Roach starting at the blue lane or lane 1, and Avatari will be starting at the red lane or lane 2, so that's contrast to their respective colors. Yung kanilang mga respective starting lanes. Gumawa ko na parehas kasi parehong mamaw eh. Parehong mamaw yung dalawa. Kaya kailangan ano tayo. Alright. Alright mga ka-Dipap, mga ka-Detail, mga ka-Tamiya, ladies and gentlemen, all Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing fans across the globe, Don Patrick D. Paragular here still with the call, and you're still watching the continuing coverage of our Dipap's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 live streaming of on Dipap TV, Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube, and without further ado, it's now time for our knockout stage, starting off with the semifinals number 1. Ready, set, bye. First force out. Good. Avatari, good. Good. Penultimate lap, final lane changer. Oh, re-race. Re-race. We have a rerun. Alright, we have a rerun here in our semifinals number 1 simply because both cars are forced out. So we have to do a restart here. Only one restart. For that matter, it's only one re-race. It's one and done. In our one re-race here, it's going to be a last car standing concept being applied here to determine the finalists. Alright. Last car standing applied to determine the finalist. Kasi semi-finals na to. Ang manalo, abante sa finals, di ba? Winner advances to the finals, right? So that's why I call it a finalist. Last car standing concept applied here to determine the finalists in our restart of semi-finals number 1. Ready, set, bye. Okay, Avatari advances. Avatari advances to the championship race. So we will now have a new champion. Papa Roach will be dethroned here. In this rematch, it's going to be Avatari this time advancing to the championship race after ousting Papa Roach from the championship throne. So we will now have a new champion once again, going in, to culminate our Running Gun Wednesday festivities here today. Alright. So, si Bap, yung ating erstwhile champion, the erstwhile champion Papa Roach will be relegated itself to the race for the bronze later on. Alright. We now proceed right away with our semifinals number 2. Semifinals number 2 right now will now feature T-Mac Avatari number 2 going up against the number 3 Cosmo. Rematch from the previous bronze medal race. And in this matchup between T-Mac Avatari and Cosmo Atomica, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica starting at lane 2, T-Mac Avatari at lane 1. So that's identical this time with their respective colors. Yung kanilang mga respective starting lanes at the blue lane or lane 1 is T-Mac Avatari. Cosmo Atomica will be starting at the red lane or lane 2. So siya yung unang tatang sa lane changer. Whoever starts at lane 2, that's the first to enter the lane changer. Above, or that's above. If it's under the lane changer, that's lane 1 or blue lane. Alright. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, mga kadipat, mga ka-BTL at mga ka-Tamiya, here now is our semifinals number 2. Ready, set, fight. Good. Taylor. Good. All. I love you, Taylor. Be ready. Both cars gaining momentum right there. Speeding up. Both cars are able to speed up, but unfortunately stability decreases. Their stability was degraded. Stability was degraded right there. I have to put some dirt on the tires simply because it's bouncy. Simply because it's too bouncy on the racetrack. So I have to put some dirt. I have to put some dirt on the tires. It's different. It's a totally different category. Open box stock. In open box stock, it's either you clean it or you make it dirt. It's either make it dirty or clean, depending on the situation on the racetrack, and as well depending on the tires you are using. For this case, it's a slick tire. If you have slick tires on your box stock kit, so you have to dirt it off. So you have to make it, your tires dirty. If it's super hard, it all depends on the track layout. So that's why I put some dirt sometimes on the other cars, having slick tires, especially having slick tires. For super hard tires, it's still optional. It's an option for super hard or low friction tires. Alright, let's proceed right away with our restart in our semifinals number 2. The last car standing concept will be determined here, or will be applied here to determine Avatari's opponent in the championship race. Ready, set, bye. Avatari ahead. What a race! Penultimate lap. Oh, what a race. Let's see at the final lap. Oh my goodness, what a race! What a showdown in that semifinals number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smoke! Wow! That was indeed an exciting matchup between Team Avatari and Cosmo Atomica right there. Toe-to-toe racing action at its finest. Simply world class. Wow! That was simply world class, ladies and gentlemen. Wow! Kita nyo naman mga kadipat kung paano nagkakatratan yung dalawang auto na wala man lang umiimbang sa kanilang dalawa. Grabe! Wow! But unfortunately, at the last 2 laps of that re-race, it happened to be Cosmo Atomica slightly tilted on the jump upon landing after the jump, going to the final lane changer, the final lap. Medyo buti na lang sa final lap, somehow Team Avatari was somehow managed to stabilize itself going towards the lane changer and eventually finishing this 6-lap restart against Cosmo Atomica. And it's going to be Team Avatari versus Avatari. It's a race between the Aero Avantes in our championship race. This Run and Gun Wednesday edition of DTL SMC Season 2. Holy smoke! Yun yung mga announcer. Tuloy-tuloy eh. Yan yung mga announcer. Yun yung mga commentator. Grabe yun. Sometimes I run out of words just to describe how exciting that race was. Yung mga English ang malupit eh. Wow! Grabe yun. Okay. Possible candidate, that semifinals number 2, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's a possible candidate for being the race of the day. this October 15, 2025. Sulit ang sweldo. Sulit ang sweldo sa kakanood ng D-Pats Tamiya League. Yan. Alright, so in the meantime, we now have our race for third or race for the bronze right away. We got here Cosmo Atomica taking on Papa Roach. So traditional top 2 in the championship race. The losing semifinalist going at it in our race for the bronze. A consolation with one aggregate point added to its tally this month as a consolation prize. These, kape. It's hard to get over from that exciting Tamiya uniform with the race. I wish we could. We wish we could do that again and again and again and again, but unfortunately we have to move on. All right, we just have to cut that story short for now. All right, but for now we're in our race for third or the race for the bronze in in this round between the Orange Agents, Papa Roach versus Cosmo Atomica. In this matchup, Papa Roach will start at lane 1 and Cosmo Atomica will start at lane 2 because Cosmo Atomica is the third seeded car, Papa Roach at fourth seed. So therefore, it's going to be lane 2 for Cosmo Atomica and Papa Roach at lane 1 as their respective starting lanes. I have to put some dirt again simply because they both have slick tires. So that's why I put some dirt on the tires. That's why I have to absorb as many dirt as possible, as much as I can, because that was the strategy I have learned from this year's box stock racing. I learned it last May 31 in TNR Cup Lead 3. Shout out once again to Team Eat and Wine Tamiya, to Artemius Aroca Paragas, to Jervis Rosses, to RJ Bardonado, Beronce. And also shout out as well to Little Pereras and the rest of the gang, and also to kina Justin, kina Ross Harabata, kina Oli Bermudez, at sa iba pa mga karerista natin, kapwa natin karerista sa Tamiya Forward Drive. Yan. Shout out to all of you, and of course, we continue to support Tamiya Forward Drive Racing here in the North. And yan, at saka stay safe out there, stay safe from all harm, of course. Ingat palagi. And see you on leg 8. See you on the final leg of TNR Cup this coming Saturday, October 18, 2025. Alright, so that's why I'm wearing a TNR uniform. I will wear the same uniform on Saturday. This same uniform, I'll be wearing this same uniform on Saturday. With the red long sleeve. I'll color red. I'll color it red. Same with my bag. Same with my car bag, car box. Red B-Max cars, the Red Army, yun yung Red Army mismo yung gagamitin ko sa final leg. Alright mga ka-Dipa, ladies and gentlemen, mga ka-DCL, mga ka-Tamiya, to all Tamiya Mini 4 Drive fans around the world, here now is our race for third for our Run and Gun Wednesday edition here on DCL SMC Season 2, this October 15, 2025. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, fight. May mga rad. Relays again. And a flying tire. A relays and a flying tire at the same time. Ouch. We got a flying tire here. I think I have to replace one. Let's see if I can have some replacements here. Let's see this. Let's see if this works. Oh, works well. Works really well. Re-race in our race for the bronze. Dahil pareho po silang imba. They bought coursed out, so that's why I have to do a restart. Only one restart. In this restart, the last car standing concept will be applied here to determine the winner. The winner of this race between the Orange Agents. Agent Orange, as Lapshak will put it, Agent Orange, get up, like that. Just like that. Alright. re-race in our race for the bronze, with the last car standing concept being applied here to determine the bronze honoree. Ready, set, bye. Good. Cosmo Atomica first. The erstwhile champion Papa Roach losing in this last car standing race against Cosmo Atomica in that restart. So therefore, it's going to be Cosmo Atomica emerging victorious in that race for the bronze. And additional 1 aggregate point, first aggregate point this month of October 2025. Alright. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here now is our championship race. It is expected to be another epic race between the twin Aero Avantes as Avatari, the top-seeded car, goes up against the limited edition Aero Avante T-Mac Avatari, the second-seeded car. It's a race between the top two finishers of the elimination round today. And in this matchup, it's going to be Avatari starting at lane 1. And it's going to be T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 6. Again, Avatari starting at lane 1, T-Mac Avatari starting at lane 6. Alright. Avatari identical with its color. Ayun ang starting lane niya, the blue lane or lane 1. Which is actually the same color as it is. The OG, Aero Avante. Magandang laban to, parehong Aero Avante. Magkalaban. Walang aatras. Puro Avante lang. Yun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble here in this championship race. To culminate our festivities in our Run and Gun Wednesday edition of the Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. First to make 6 laps. Ready, set, bye! Takbuhan lasing! Pag may umimbang lasing. 3 seconds. Diba? Penultimate lap. Let's see how the final lap. Oh, smooth finish. That was smooth finish. We don't need a re-race for that. We don't need a restart just to declare the champion. Wow! Another spoiler. That was another spoiler in the rivalry of T-Mac Avatari and Papa Roach. Another car finishing as champion. Our new champion for today, Avatari, the OG Aero Avante, has done it, and eventually Avatari winning being the newly crowned champion for today's edition of DCL SMC Season 2. Wow! Grabe, ang gandang karera yan. Sayang nga lang, sumabit lang dun si T-Mac Avatari. Buti na lang, takbuang lasing parehas. Parehang takbuang lasing yung labanan nila mga drunken master Pero kahit papano si Avatari nagtino. Sinadya talagang dumihan yung gulong Sinadya na. I intentionally make it dirty so as to stabilize the car. A car because we're not allowed to replace anything in the box stock. For box stock cars or for box stock built cars, we're not allowed to replace anything unless it's broken. Unless if any part is damaged or deformed, you must replace that with the same color, same material. It has to be the same. It's actually the same exact appearance from the car kit itself, from the rendition of the box itself. All right. So that's how box stock is being built. Now, all right. So recapping our what was expected, as expected, good as advertised indeed. It was good as advertised indeed. Run and Gun Wednesday action indeed that we have seen here today in our DTL SMC Season 2 live coverage here on YouTube. And of course, hopefully mag-viral. Alright, it's recapping our Run and Gun Wednesday highlights today. We got Papa Roach, Avatari, Timac Avatari, Cosmo Atomica, Stargate, Pereira, and Unicosmos battled it out. And after those 21 races in the elimination round, the Twin Aero Avantes topped the charts with identical 8 points apiece and identical 2 wins, 2 draws output. And it went out to be Avatari gaining the top seed, and Timac Avatari was relegated to the second seed because of that first course out rule. Timac Avatari was the first to course out against Avatari in their rivalry, wherein it was ended in a draw. So that's why Timac Avatari was relegated to second seed, Avatari was relegated to the top seed. On the other end, Cosmo Atomica finished third, and Papa Roach finished fourth because Cosmo Atomica was the last to course out. Papa Roach was the first to course out against Cosmo Atomica. They both have 6 draws, a total of 6, and one of the draws, actually, draw din yung laban nila. Ang nangyari, si Papa Roach ang unang umimbang, kaya si Papa Roach ang nalagay sa number 4, Cosmo number 3. And unfortunately nga, sina Stargate, Pereira at Unicosmos nagpaalam ng maaga, hindi na sila nakaabante pa sa out rounds natin. So in our semifinals number 1, Avatari versus Papa Roach was the matchup. So that's a matchup from the previous championship race. And the rematch from the previous bronze medal race was Timac Avatari versus Cosmo Atomica, wherein the Twin Aero Abantes made it. The Twin Aero Abantes were able to beat their respective opponents, the Orange Agents. The Orange Agents defeated by the Twin Aero Avantes in their respective semifinals duel. And in the race for third, the Orange Agents went at it. And nagkaroon ng last car standing. Kaya medyo tumagal yung ating live video log natin ngayon, o live streaming natin, simply because of the last car standing ruling. Yung nagkaroon ng re-race, 3 dikit na re-race. Grabe, semifinals 1, semifinals 2, race for the bronze, parehong nagkaroon ng re-race. They both have 1 re-race each. Only 1 re-race per round. Isang re-race na lang, dun sa re-race na yon, the last car standing na mangyari. Yung maiwang tumatakbo, panalo na. Ganun lang. That's just simple. It's that simple. Alright. So, in our race for third, Cosmo Atomica was able to win against Papa Roach in their last car standing re-race in the race for the bronze. On the other end, no re-race was needed in the championship race between the Twin Aero Avantes, as Avatari was able to beat the limited edition Aero Avante Timac Avatari upon seeing Timac Avatari coursed out first, and Avatari was able to cruise to the finish line with ease and eventually finishing 6 laps. And Avatari is our newly crowned champion after today's Run and Gun Wednesday edition here on DTL SMC Season 2. So that wraps up our, podium finishers po natin pala. Avatari as champion, Timac Avatari as second placer, and third placer or bronze honoree will be Cosmo Atomica. So recapping our aggregate scoring after 5 race days. It's going to be Avatari leading right now by, Timac Avatari still in the lead actually. Timac Avatari regaining the lead and with a total of 8 aggregate points, followed by Avatari sa 7 points. A sudden rise in second place itong si Avatari upon winning championship. A total of 7 points. Timac Avatari has 8. Then Papa Roach has 6. And Zeta and Ferreira tied at 4th with 4 points apiece. And Cosmo Atomica at last, gaining its first aggregate point this month after finishing 3rd. Alright, so that wraps up our live streaming of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 this October 15, 2025, streamed live on DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe. I remind once again to everyone to please like, follow, share, and subscribe to DPAT TV Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube for more Tamiya Mini Forward Drive racing, action, and some varieties. And of course, my other social media platforms, DPAT's Tamiya League on Facebook, at DPAT Tamiya League on TikTok, An Evening with DPAT Aguilar, and DPAT Aguilar on Facebook as well. Once again, Don Patrick D. Palaguilar here for now, signing off. Thanking you so much to all who watch. And whoever will watch anytime here on our live streaming coverages of DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2 on DPAT TV, Don Patrick Aguilar on YouTube. Once again, I remind everyone to please stay safe and healthy, and of course, stay safe from all harm, and avoid negativities at all times. Protect yourselves at all times and at all costs as well. And never forget to pray to God always. Be thankful to God every day. As always, to God be all the glory and honor. God bless all of us. God bless our beloved Maharlika Nation. And God bless the entire world and all of us Filipinos across the globe. And like I always remind each and every true Filipino across the globe, love the Philippines. Mahalin po natin ang Pilipinas at sama-sama po tayong bumangon muli at ipakita at ipagmalaki natin sa buong mundo. No matter what the crisis, we have to shout it out to the world that we are true Filipinos, tayo ay Pilipino. Shout out our victory, isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo. With all our hearts, taos puso. And with our heads being held high, taas noo, kahit kanino. At sa mga mandulupig, hindi tayo pasisil, lakad matatag, anumang dilubyo ang dumaan. So once again, shukran, tusentak. And this has been another presentation of another exciting Tamiya Mini 4-wheel drive racing action streamed live on DPAT's Tamiya League Stock Motor Conference Season 2. Once again, you are watching DPAT TV. God bless always, everyone.